Hello. Designing this many things in this amount of time is an all-time classic format for a graphic design YouTube video. It is a tried and tested format that countless YouTubers have attempted. In fact, the legendary Kel Lauren's 15 logos in 15 minutes video is one of the reasons I started doing YouTube in the first place. We graphic designers just love doing silly little tricks and challenges for our loving audiences. Much like a zoo, with a seal doing tricks at a zoo. Well, call me a seal, because it's my turn to now give it a go. And in classic Elliot fashion, I will be taking this challenge so far to the point that once I thought of the idea, I couldn't really talk myself out of doing it, so I'm doing it. I'm going to be designing 100 posters in 100 minutes. But before we get into it, it's time for the sponsor of today's video. Elliot has a cool store. Huh? Hey everyone, did you know that I have a prints store? Did you know that I sell prints? Did you know that I am the prince of prints? Well, now you know. Go to Elliot Has a Cool Store to check out all of my beautiful designs that I've made just for you. Oh, they're gonna look so good on your wall, trust me. And people are gonna go over to your house and then they're gonna read your wall and they're gonna be like, that's so funny and relatable. Wow. And I'm gonna be a bit cheeky right now. Use code PRINCEOFPRINTS at checkout and you will get 20% off your print purchase. Isn't that awesome? Feel free to check out the store and grab a print and support your favorite graphic designer's favorite graphic designer. All right, cheers. It is Monday, February 6th, 2023. It is a beautiful 29 degrees Celsius outside, and I'm spending it inside. My name is Elliot Olm, and I am about to design 100 posters in 100 minutes, breaking the Guinness World Record for most designs done ever. Show this to my grandchildren. Experienced designers will tell you that not every day is a good design day. And let me tell you, this day was definitely not a good design day. I pretty much exclusively designed posters for my day-to-day design work, so I knew I'd be able to make something every minute. The issue was I didn't have any ideas on the specific day. Classic case of the Monday-itis, am I right? This is the first time I've written a script for a video. I'm really starting to doubt a lot of these jokes. I am currently feeling concerned. I don't know if I have 100 ideas in the tank. I probably should have asked you all for some ideas on Instagram or something, but I didn't. So we're really gonna just go for it. And that's all part of the fun. I decided I would design in 10-minute blocks just in case I had some recording issues or something, and so that I could keep as much design time as possible without worrying too much about the filming of it all. I also set up this little timer thing so I could press a button and it would reset the timer every minute and also show you which poster I was designing. The only thing left to do was start. I'm gonna have a good time, you're gonna have a better time, and I don't know who's gonna have the best time. Maybe God. Because he's the only one who can help me now. Let's do it. 100 minutes is a long time. In fact, it is exactly 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's almost 2 hours. And during those first few minutes, I really struggled to get over the idea that I would be sitting on that chair and designing for the next almost 2 hours. First poster down, oh, this is gonna be a long day. I got nothing. I have nothing in my head. There is nothing. This is gonna be so worth it in the end, I'm sure. Okay. The first designs weren't promising at all. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't expecting to make anything amazing, but I was at least hoping to capitalize on some early inspiration before I inevitably burned out. Okay, 10 in, and I'm doing okay. My wrist is okay. I've got some music going on in the background, which is some classic house drum and bass stuff, which is pushing me on. But wow, can I just say, 1 minute, not much time at all. You barely even get to think, so let's keep going. Here's my first batch of designs. Not the best start, but good to get them out of the way. Writing help me on only the second design was a far too early warning sign of what's to come, but good to see I love making videos followed directly after. Poster 5 actually looks pretty sick, but get ready for a lot of block color background with big nonsensical text and cool font in the later designs. I started to hit my stride from 11 to 20 as soon as I learned that you really just have to commit to the first thing you think of and go for it. What's hard is trying to think of something that is new and exciting rather than just making a bunch of super similar designs. Number 20 done. Yeah, the ideas are easy. You just commit to something, anything, and you just have to go with it. The issue is, like, I want them to kind of look different. So I'm running out of colors to use, and I'm running out of everything, I feel. Running out of fonts as well. Not my best work at all. Looking back at these 10 made me really sad. Number 11 is a real shocker. In fact, I think most of the first designs in a batch are terrible because I use them as a warm-up for the next 9. 15 is a real thinker. 16 is a beautiful self-portrait, and 13 is a cry for help. The next 10, however, so good. If only I had the footage to prove it. Disaster struck at design number 30. Caught up in the whirlwind that was remembering to start my timer, start recording, and start designing, I forgot to press record. While not a huge issue, any tiny technical problem that arose during this challenge was a huge hit to my momentum, and this one got me good. I wasn't recording the last 10. This is already frustrating, this whole thing. And then just forgetting to record? Yeah, I'm kind of at the end of my tether right now, already 30 in. I am going to throw my computer against a wall. That was a long 10 minutes, that last one. Much longer than the first two. We'll see how we go. A really solid set of designs with no evidence of creation aside from a few poorly organized layers. Grim. Poster 21's It Begins Again really sets the tone for where my head was at the start of each of these blocks. 23 and 25 randomly feature brass instruments, which is a wild change of pace this early in the challenge, but I kind of like it. Very surprised I pulled off number 27 in 1 minute. And 29 is a loving tribute to my favorite NFL team. I am not from Jacksonville. I just like the team's colors, and they were fun to play with in Madden in like 2014. Haha. Rising from the ashes of unrecorded recordings, I started to really pump out some good work. The mouse had become an extension of my arm as I felt my second wind start to hit me. Or maybe it was my second iced latte I had earlier in that day. Lol. No one could stop me now. I was invincible. I'd also made some time-saving moves to my Photoshop layout that made me further unstoppable. The color picker in the top right was a godsend. Number 40 done. I am on a roll. Some of these were so good. This is definitely going to last for the next 60. I'm finding this swatch thing is really helping. Just being able to like pick a random color and go from there. Very much helping. I've also completely run out of ideas. All I can do is threshold, warp, or just paint and then see what happens. So that's all. Well, let's see if I can experiment with other things, but I'm still pissed that I forgot to record 20 to 30, to be honest, but I'm pushing on. Pretty solid batch, if I do say so myself. 33 continues the instrument motif we saw in the last batch with a funny spin. 35 is the most powerful poster I've ever designed. And 36, 37, and 39 just all look really cool. I was starting to believe. I stumbled towards poster 50. I wasn't feeling burned out just yet, but the physical toll of sitting in front of a computer in focus mode was starting to get to me. I was taking like a 30-second break between every batch and spent basically the entire time on camera. I felt like Truman in the Truman Show. Bad joke. Who wrote this script? It wasn't me. Yeah. My wrist is really hurting now, and I haven't had a sip of water in the last 50 minutes. Let me change that now. 41 to 50 featured some good work. 41 is my best attempt at a Rothko for some reason. 44 is a terrible idea that I will never do but highly encourage someone else to do for content. 46 was a much needed reminder. And 47 and 48 have nothing to do with each other and exist separately and are two unique concepts. Halfway. What was meant to be a moment of celebration and further motivation was instead ruined by the realization that I had no snacks in the house. I knew that if I left for a snack, it would take so much effort to get back in the chair to start again, so I just kept pushing on. I also started to feel physically ill for some reason. Too much screen time for Elliot, I think. I'm now starting to feel like physically ill. Like, I don't know what it is. I think it's because maybe I want a snack or something. Genuinely ill. 40 to go. Feels like 20 minutes ago, we only had 60 to go. So we got, we'll get there. The overall color palette for these 10 was so sick though. Went real bold and it paid off. Nice little dog-cat series in posters 52 and 59. Poster 55 just looks really nice. 57 sums up where my head was at for ideas. Had everything going for me except for the text. I was confident I'd be able to finish, but already starting to burn out. The worst thing that could happen happened. I was devastated. I set out to design 100 posters. No more, no less. The idea of just doing one more poster hurt my head, and all this momentum that I'd gained since that not recording incident had vanished in an instant. I was lost. I was alone. I was not gonna give up. I pushed through the pain of Adobe Photoshop and redesigned the lost posters. 10 designs later and the next batch was done. I designed 4 posters featuring the same PNG of a Herman Miller Aeron chair. What was going on in my head at this moment? Poster 69 is easily the worst thing I have ever designed in my life. Proud of myself for overcoming the crash, but still, so much time left. This is getting tough. This is really tough. Finding a lot of inspiration from the Herman Miller chair for some reason. 30 left. Then I am free. 30 left. Oh boy. In any long pursuit like this one, there will be a moment of self-reflection. A moment to consider where it all went wrong. A moment to think about why certain fonts crash Photoshop sometimes. The inspiration was coming purely from the drive to finish. There was no joy behind any of the designs anymore. There was no passion. My eye is flickering. My left eye won't stop flickering. But I just want to get this done. We're just going to push on. Again. What am I going to do with all these? But diamonds are made under pressure. I love these posters. The font Bleeding Cowboys makes its mark in poster 71. 72 and 77 are beautiful. Put 75 and 76 in the MoMA. And 78 is the absolute pinnacle of comedy. 20 posters left. I'm at peace with myself. The ideas are flowing freely. Photoshop is my canvas and my mouse is my brush. The brush tool is also my brush. After 90 minutes of designing, I simply have 10 more minutes before it's all over. That alone is keeping my hand still sore almost 2 weeks after filming, designing. The end is here. Feeling ready to push on. Yes, we're nearly there, nearly there. Good. A fine collection of posters. 83 is a beautiful stream of consciousness piece. 86 sees the return of the Herman Miller Aeron in a bold crimson. 88 is funny. The arrow is pointing at the bottom of the barrel, which is where all my ideas are coming from. And I made 89 because I was still very hungry. In life, people will tell you it's not about the destination, but the journey. What do I think, you ask? I think it's about having a laugh and being passionate. And not pushing yourself, you know? It's okay to settle sometimes. Settle for like 10 posters in 10 minutes. That is a reasonable thing a human can do. I don't think anyone should try this challenge. But then again, I made more posters in those 100 minutes than I did in the entirety of 2022. What does that say about me? Am I some kind of hero? Will people feel inspired by this? If Saul Bass were alive, would he punch me in the face? Oh my god. This is the most relieving thing. I don't know what the purpose of this project was. Maybe it's reignited a spark of creativity in me or something, but I did it. I did. I'm never doing it again. And I would never recommend it. But it's over. 100 posters in 100 minutes. My final set of posters. And some of my finest work in the challenge. Posters of reflection, risk and reward. Posters of hope. Posters of home. My name is elliotisacoolguy, and I designed 100 posters in 100 minutes. No one said I could do it. No one said I couldn't do it either. In fact, no one said anything because I didn't tell anyone I was going to do it until after I did it. And if that isn't what graphic design's all about, then I don't know what is. My wrist still hurts when I hold the mouse. My eyes still weary from staring at every little detail on the screen. I'm a shell of the man I was before taking on that grand challenge, but like a snail, I will regrow that same shell and it will be stronger than before. I like making videos on this channel. They bring me a lot of joy, and it's really nice to know that they bring you joy as well. This challenge wouldn't have been possible without this love for silly content that we all seem to share. So thank you for sharing it with me. I hope to see you again next week for a very different video, I imagine. Until next time, see ya. I don't know what to do. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm so tired and so hungry, and I am going to, I don't know, I'm just gonna lie down for a bit, I think. I have to edit this video now.